Goku was trapped in the battle against Zyko, one of the most powerful warriors in all the universes. He was on the list among the 5 most powerful in the universe next to the Great Priest. Goku in Universe 16 had the toughest battle of his life after accepting training by Universe 15's angel Zyros. Zyros landed the kiss of death on Goku. The real battle had begun. The unknown being just watched everything that had been happening within all this fight. What will happen now? Just as Goku was about to receive Zyko's attack, Vados appears and saves him. Vados at that moment says,
"Let's see if you weren't close to being totally destroyed by Zyko. How long has it been, Zyko? Looks like you've gotten a lot more powerful."
Zyros observes and speaks.
"How did you manage to get here in such a short time, Vados?"
Zyros starts to laugh.
"Maybe you already had this planned. You were always smarter, even than Whis himself. So does that mean you decided to help Goku? Know that your help will be of no use. After all, we are here to solve this whole situation. This fight is between Goku and Zyko, and by the way, Goku was totally destroyed."
Vados starts to laugh and speaks.
"That's not for you to decide. I arrived here as I serve as a great help to Universe 7.
In a few moments, Zyko appears behind Vados and tries to attack her. Vados dodges Zyko's blows and says,
"It means you are as treacherous as ever. How could I think anything different about the Ultimate Saiyan? It's very funny, since the Celestial War, you act like this, Zyko. But don't worry, I'm not really in the mood to get more involved in your battles."
Furious Zyko says, "How dare you? Did you mess up my blow? You left Universe 6 to want to cause me here. I promise that I will now engage in this celestial battle, and I will destroy one by one of you." Vados starts to laugh and says,
"Well, Zyros, in a little while I'll settle with you. Zyko doesn't need to worry. I'm just here to break the lock on Goku's training. He will defeat you himself."
Furious Zyko says, "Are you going crazy? Are you trying to tell me that Goku will surpass my powers? I am the most powerful of all the universes." At that moment, Goku, with his eyes closed, starts to get up and a great power of Ultra Instinct begins to be revealed. Goku was no longer the same as before. Goku's powers start to increase more and more. Zyros and the unknown presence begin to find it strange. Zyros says,
"He was totally finished. What happened to him?"
Vados starts to smile and says,
"Looks like now the seed of Son Goku's power is finally showing. Get ready. You will know the power of the one who is the strongest."
Alright, my partner, why don't you click that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos related to our Z Warriors universe. Let's get back to the point. Planet Earth. Gohan and Vegeta begin the fight against the evil Saiyan demon. He had taken down every other Earthling and every other Z warrior. It seemed that the fight was getting more and more intriguing. Gohan says,
"Mr. Vegeta, looks like this guy's really strong. This guy's power really isn't ordinary. If we hadn't trained in the time room, we might not even be alive right now. It seems that if there really is a horde of enemies as powerful as they are, we're going to have a lot of headaches going forward."
Vegeta starts to laugh and says,
"It looks like you are giving victory to the enemy. You don't know what the great Vegeta is capable of. I am the Prince of the Saiyans, and the one who surpasses anyone's power. I will beat this guy alone. Get out of my way."
Gohan sits while Vegeta shows off his performance against the evil Saiyan demon. Great rumblings begin to be created within the battlefield on Earth. Big explosions start to happen. Gohan says,
"Let's see. Since Mr. Vegeta wants to show his true strength, He's definitely going to start showing all his ultra ego power. Let's see how strong you are, Mr. Vegeta.
The battle continues. Planet Beerus. Beerus, after talking to Zuno and discovering the whole plan for the destruction of the universes, knew that the big problem would still be caused. Beerus and Whis start talking.
It seems that this has left us very confused. There is always a threat that appears. We know what we have to do. But this time, threats are complicating all universes. It looks like they're initially here in Universe 7, but I really don't know what we're going to do with the other universes. I hope they have such formidable and powerful warriors, because I don't really feel like having to solve other people's problems. The Celestial War is just beginning. We are going to need help.
Whis says,
Mr. Beerus, perhaps we owe the other universes favors, since I can feel my sister's energy light years from here. Universe 16 is probably back, and for sure, Lord Goku is there. Vados wouldn't go to Universe 16 just on coincidence, but if we analyze very well, if Zyros from Universe 15 came back to life, surely she could be using her manipulation technique against Goku, and if Goku exceeds his powers, really the first person that he would want to go after is you, Sir Beerus. Probably my sister Zyros must have attacked him with the kiss of death and done the brain manipulation. So he will blame him for all the destruction of his race, even though he didn't have contact with her when he was little. Him seeing the image of his mother being killed by Frieza's army wouldn't be something he would take too lightly, and it would make the real enemies easier to attack the entire Zeno-sama palace. What will you do in the face of this, Sir Beerus?
Beerus starts to laugh and says,
This sounds fascinating to me. In the last Celestial War, I fought on the side of the Infinite Saiyan. That Saiyan who possessed the true power of Ultra Instinct. That battle really was amazing. And now the Saiyan who has the greatest potential to show that performance might want to turn against me. This is going to be funny. I've always trained Goku so that he could be that Saiyan who could one day replace me as a god of destruction, and now he wants to finish me off. We will need to pay close attention. Come on.
A voice appears on the planet Beerus and speaks.
It looks like you really don't care. Do you really think that some Saiyan will finish you after so many years? Do you really believe that you would be killed by a Saiyan, Beerus? We are here looking for revenge, and you will be the first to be destroyed.
Whis frowns and says,
It seems that what Mr. Zuno said was true. Anyway, another one of those who wants to end us has arrived here.
Beerus starts laughing and says,
I don't know how you were brought back, but millennia ago I already had big problems with you, and that's why I needed to eliminate you. The only thing I need is to finish you again.
Who appeared in front of Beerus? What is happening inside the planet Beerus? Who is behind all of this? Universe 16. Goku returned to fight Zyko. Zyko says,
How did you get strong? How can you still fight? A few minutes ago, you couldn't even get up. What's happening? I can't understand. It looks like you managed to regain all your strength in a short period of time. It cannot work that way.
Vados starts to laugh and says,
It seems that the most powerful in the universe, or the one who believes himself to be the strongest, has not been able to resolve this situation very well. But it does not matter.
Furious Zyko begins to land several blows on Goku. Goku wonders,
Even though I managed to regain my energy, even though I feel that enormous power is flowing through my body, I still can't get over this guy. I need to get stronger.
Vados says,
Goku, think about it. The only thing flowing through your body is the energy of true destruction. You have to control the true power of Ultra Instinct so you can match your Saiyan power. Remember your training with Whis.
Goku starts to smile at all the words Vados has been saying. The words started to make Goku reflect. Zyko tries to attack Goku again and says, "Now will be your end. I've had enough of you Saiyans. Soon after I will finish everyone else here." At that instant, a great aura of light begins to flow over Goku. His hair starts to grow and the power of the Infinite Saiyan ends up being created over Goku's body. Goku activates his new Infinite Saiyan form. His hair is much longer than before and an all-powerful aura over his body arises. Zyko is impressed. Goku uses a sealing technique and sends Zyko directly into the rubble of Universe 16. The unknown presence and Zyros are impressed. Vados starts to laugh. Zyro starts laughing and says,
"That was amazing. So Goku could still get stronger, but still not defeated. Zyko is just sealed."
Zyro says,
"Let's go, Goku. We need to continue your training to end everyone in this heavenly war."
Goku falls to the ground and loses all his energy. Vados appears smiling and takes Goku's body and says,
"I'm sorry, little sister, but that can't happen. I need to take Goku to Universe 6 and we'll see what we're going to do. This brainwashing of yours can't make one of the fundamental pieces of the Celestial War end up turning against Zeno-sama himself."
Zyros tries to attack Vados directly and says,
"How dare you? How dare you?"
A celestial cube barrier had been created by Vados, and Vados ends up escaping from Universe 16 alongside Goku. Zyros is enraged and says,
"You will pay for this, sister. I will finish you."
A big explosion happens in Universe 16. Zyko breaks Goku's sealing barrier and says,
"I will destroy them all. Where is that Saiyan?"
A big smile appears on Zyros's face and says,
"Hey Zyko, you're very angry with mortal Goku, aren't you? How about you leave this universe and join us in the Celestial War? In it, they will have several Saiyans and several warriors for you to finish off. If you want, you can still carry out your training by eliminating several planets and several universes. How about it?"
The unknown presence says,
"It seems that Universe 15's angel manipulation power continues to grow."
Zyko starts to laugh and says,
"If that's what it takes to finish them all off, I'll do it. Especially with that Saiyan who just fought me. You'll be ripped to shreds, Goku. Let's start."
Planet Earth. Gohan is fascinated by what he sees, just as Vegeta begins to have major complications against the evil Saiyan using his Ultra Ego. Vegeta says,
"It seems that this guy is almost defeating me. I can't die here."
Universe 6. Goku had been sent by Vados directly to Universe 6. The moment he managed to make a small seal on Zyko, one of the most powerful warriors in all the universes. Soon after, Zyko manages to escape and swore revenge on Goku and everyone else. Zyko, the warrior of destruction, has teamed up with the unknown presence and the angel Zyros from Universe 15. The battle between all universes, the new heavenly war, is about to begin. Meanwhile, the land had been invaded by the evil Saiyan demon that was fighting Vegeta and Gohan. Gohan started to watch as Vegeta said that he would use the utmost mastery of his Ultra Ego. Vegeta was lying on the ground. Gohan says,
"Mr. Vegeta, are you sure you don't need my help?"
The Saiyan demon says,
"It seems you Saiyans have a battle instinct that you can't fight an enemy together. This could cause your death. Are you believing that you alone managed to beat me? Even if the two fought together, they wouldn't be able to do anything in the face of my power. You will understand now why I was summoned to Earth. The true ideal was that I would directly end Goku. But since he is not here, I will destroy this planet completely, and soon after, I will go under his capture.
Vegeta activates his Ultra Ego and gets more and more powerful and tries to directly hit the Saiyan demon. Vegeta says,
I don't know why you had the objective to attack Kakarot, being that the most powerful one is here, the Prince of the Saiyans, the great Vegeta.
The Saiyan demon says,
What, can you still stand to stand?
Lord Kai's planet. Lord Kai began to observe everything that was happening between all the universes.
What is happening really feels like the beginning of a celestial war. As if that wasn't enough, we start to see all the destruction that is being caused. It seems like just yesterday that Goku managed to reach a power even higher than the Super Saiyan. Goku's strength doesn't really come to an end, but it's very good that he keeps training and keeps getting stronger. After all, what would all the universes be if there wasn't such powerful warriors? Even the gods end up making bad decisions. Beerus the Destroyer looks like he's having big problems. But who are these warriors from the past? In addition to races that are extremely powerful, wanting to bow against the gods, there are gods from the past wanting revenge from the Great Priest and Zeno-sama himself. Come on, Goku, we all trust you.
Universe 6. Goku wakes up and starts smiling and says, Madam Vados, thank you so much for saving me. I can't understand what happened. How did you know I was there? Vados, next to Champa, starts to laugh and says, Lord Goku, I had a very intriguing dream, and then I started traveling through some other timelines to see if this dream I had made any sense. I even looked for the Oracle Fish. I felt like I needed to save him. I analyzed the links between universes. Universe 7 was able to show that a big difference between all realms must happen. Goku didn't quite understand what Vados was saying. Goku says, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Miss Vados, but I need to get a lot more powerful. For a moment, I thought about attacking Mr. Beerus, but I know I only need to talk to him to understand all this that has happened. After all, that's in the past. If I can converse normally with Frieza myself today, it would make no sense for me to attack Mr. Beerus himself. We need to end whoever is causing this whole war. Vados begins to observe and says, It won't be that simple, as the most powerful are around here. Know that you weren't able to defeat Zyko. Zyko still wants revenge. Surely that ceiling you managed to use with the power of the Infinite Saiyan was not the full power capable of defeating him. He's still coming back, and he probably made an alliance alongside Zyros. Lord Goku, pay close attention. Goku says, But I need to train here now. At that moment, Vados says, Soon after you will go to Universe 7, but your training will be accepted. You will be able to learn many things here in Universe 6. I just need to tell you one thing. I don't know if this is important to you, but the dream I had was that in another timeline, you were not married to Chi-Chi, but to me, Mr. Goku, and from there, we had a son. After I questioned the Oracle Fish, I found this to be true. Goku is embarrassed and says, What? Like this? What are you talking about? That's not possible. Back to Universe 7. Gohan watched Vegeta showing his Ultra Ego and fighting with great mastery against the Dark Being. The power of Vegeta's Ultra Ego was incredible. Gohan says, It seems that Mr. Vegeta's strength really knows no bounds. This guy won't be able to do anything with him. Vegeta, with his Ultra Ego activated, begins to land several blows on the evil Saiyan. The evil Saiyan falls to the ground and speaks.
You are really very powerful. So, this is my end.
Vegeta starts laughing and says,
Now you understand why I am the Prince of the Saiyans. I am the most powerful, and you were nothing. That will be your end.
Vegeta starts powering up a big final flash. The evil Saiyan starts laughing and says,
The way I wanted. Now you were Vegeta.
Gohan is impressed and says,
Looks like it's some kind of trap. Mr. Vegeta, please don't do it.
Just as Vegeta prepares to hit the final flash, Vegeta's arms start to get sore. Vegeta falls to the ground, and a huge blow is hurled over the Saiyan Prince's entire body. As Vegeta falls to the ground, he says,
What was this? It feels like I've lost all my energy. I can't understand. One of the supreme powers of the Saiyan demon is to steal all destructive energy?
When Vegeta activated his Ultra Ego, the power of destruction had been emanating en masse, causing the Saiyan demon to absorb all the energy of Vegeta's Ultra Ego. Vegeta says,
I can't believe I let my guard down for a worm like you.
At that moment, the Saiyan demon watches and speaks.
Now it's over for you. This is the end of both of you.
When the evil Saiyan prepares to deliver the final blow to Vegeta, Gohan directly activates his Beast Mode 2 transformation and prepares to land a big blow on the evil Saiyan. The evil Saiyan says,
What was this? If this blow had caught me, I would surely be dead. Who is this boy? It has nothing to do with the power he displayed just moments ago. What's happening?
Gohan starts laughing and says,
I analyzed your entire battle style. You really don't stand a chance against me. Unlike Mr. Vegeta, I saw him let his guard down. I've been through this a lot in the past.
Gohan remembers the slip he had when he fought Majin Buu. Gohan says,
I won't go through this again. It won't happen to me.
Gohan begins to rage and activates his power of destruction more and more. Gohan's power of destruction combined with his Beast Mode 2 makes all the universes begin to shake as he raises his power. Beerus on his planet watched everything that was happening after being invaded by an unknown presence and said,
This Saiyan power is incredible, perhaps surpassing even Goku's strength. So this is the result of Son Goku's son's training.
All the universes began to perceive. Universe 11. Vermouth, Margarita, and Shiren begin to analyze. Vermouth says,
Looks like you weren't the only one who managed to train, isn't Jiren? I think everyone is getting ready for the big battle.
Back to Universe 7. The evil Saiyan starts laughing and says,
No matter what you're doing, you can never beat me.
Big explosions start to happen. Gohan was in a totally different way. Gohan can land several hits on the evil Saiyan, until the moment when Gohan says,
I don't have much time to waste on this transformation. It takes a lot of my energy and I still haven't fully mastered it. Receive my most powerful blow, the Mystic Fist.
Gohan hits the evil Saiyan with all his strength, causing his body to be thrown away. The evil Saiyan says,
Looks like I let my guard down too much. I didn't expect that. I think it's time to back off. If I stay here, I could be killed one more time. That's not part of the plans. Son Gohan is your name, right? I will remember that name. My name is Zell. Engrave my name. After all, soon you will be killed by me.
Zell flees the land. Directly at Zeno-sama's palace, several warriors are lying on the ground. The great priest says,
Well, who do you think you are to invade Zeno-sama's palace? Let's see what I'll do with you. We need to interrogate you. It seems there is no way. All of them are already starting to attack. We will have to take action. As much as the battle can be complicated, I can smile because I haven't fought in a long time. Let's start.
Planet Beerus. The new enemy appears while Gohan had managed to resolve the situation on Earth, and Goku, after fighting Zyko, was saved by Vados and taken to Universe 6. So far, the only planet that was suffering a major catastrophe was the planet of the destroyer planet Beerus. Beerus sees the enemy from the past and says,
You really are back. You must have played a trick. You've always been cunning, haven't you, Ziel? What's happening? Gohan was fighting on Earth, and the evil Saiyan also introduced himself by that name. Are there two Ziels? What is happening in front of this?
Ziel says,
Beerus, I'm just here to welcome you. It's starting now. Your entire race of destroyers is back now. The other universes are also in danger. After all, the great catastrophe is just beginning. This is the beginning of the great heavenly battle.
Whis starts to get furious and says,
I can't take it anymore. What Zuno said was true. You're back for a reason.
Whis, unlike Beerus, gets much more enraged than Beerus when he sees Ziel's power. Ziel says,
Look at this. I mean, you're mad at me just because you know I possess the power that nullifies the magic of angels. So you'd have to fight me in hand-to-hand combat, and you know that without your mastery of self-movement, you wouldn't be able to do anything against me. Of course, coming to war takes a lot more than just great physical strength. My power really is light years ahead of yours, Whis. You can never beat me.
At that moment, Beerus starts to get angry and says,
But who said you will fight the angel of Universe 7? You will fight the true strength of the destroyer. Our fight starts now.
Planet Earth. Gohan and Vegeta, alongside all the other warriors, are totally tired of the battle they had against the evil Saiyan who proclaimed himself, calling himself Ziel. At that moment, the battle became more and more intriguing. In a few moments, we can see Gohan saying,
That guy really had extremely high power. If the battle really continues like this, we will all be defeated. How is the great priest? After this battle, I can no longer feel his energy light years from here. It looks like it was a very intense fight. I hope he's okay, but we still need to recover so we can get back to Mr. Beerus's planet and start analyzing all this. Perhaps it would be much easier if some of the other celestial entities had repercussions, but so far it seems that the only problem is being caused here in our universe, even though this celestial war is starting now. How are the other universes?
At that moment, in Universe 11, Jiren, alongside Vermouth, had defeated several specters that had appeared. Jiren says,
These beings are being extremely weak. You mean they think about mastering everything?
The Margarita angel appears and speaks.
Very calm at this time, Jiren. I feel that several other beings are approaching the energy of Universe 15, and it is certainly much more powerful. It seems that Zyrus is next to another being, and also Zyko, one of the most powerful in the universe. Where will they want to attack? Who will they want to face? We need to pay close attention to all of this. After all, there are still 5 more universes that haven't presented their other gods of destruction, and my other brothers haven't emerged yet. I keep wondering what they're up to and why they don't love us. He still hasn't moved on to say anything. We need to understand this whole situation.
At that moment, we can see that a great light-year battle of all universes begins to be hatched. Beerus on his planet starts to have a big battle against Ziel. Zeal starts laughing and says,
You are very weak, Beerus. All this time you kept sleeping as usual. This breed of destruction cats believe that just because they have great fighting power, they can end up wanting to do whatever they want. You haven't trained in millennia. You just sleep and tell your other doormats to do what you really want. You don't take any chances. Yet there is one Saiyan who has the full potential to show great skill. I want to meet you, yet, but it's not the time yet. Perhaps some surprises may still appear in the midst of all this. I learned that from a not-so-distant future, or in another timeline, this Saiyan has a combination with an angelic being. Does that mean that we could have another extremely powerful being showing up here? What is he capable of? Goku is his name, isn't it? There are other Saiyans who have an interesting power. Perhaps absorbing their power would be more and more intense.
Beerus starts taking several hits. Beerus says,
Don't think you can do something. You're fighting the destroyer of Universe 7.
Beerus starts to land several blows on Zeal and is thrown away and says,
Looks like you've been training, but know that this won't be enough. Now I'm going to fight for real.
Beerus starts taking several hits from Zeal at high speed. Zeal flings Beerus away, causing the God of Destruction to weaken. Beerus says,
It's not possible. This guy was just kidding me, damn it. It seems that somehow, someone is sealing my power. I can't use all my energy.
Zeal appears behind Beerus's back and says,
That will be your end. Wasn't the God of Destruction that powerful? It tires me to see beings as weak as you still holding the position of God of Destruction. This is getting ridiculous. Beerus, you are nothing. Your end is now.
At that moment, Beerus would apparently be destroyed by Zeal. Whis steps in front of him and says, I've had enough of you since that celestial war. All my brothers you killed, everything you did. You will pay for this. This will be the end of you, Zeal. Whis begins to deliver several blows to Zeal. Zeal is thrown away. The moment Zeal is thrown, he teleports and appears in front of Whis, saying,
You know very well that your powers don't work against me. Your celestial energy and your master of Ultra Instinct will not work. You know this will be your end.
Whis starts to receive several attacks from Zeal. Zeal seemed to possess a mastery of self-motion totally different from Whis' Ultra Instinct. The blows that Whis received actually sounded strange, as the abilities that were shown when he fought and trained with Goku looked totally different. What's happening? Whis' powers do not work against Zeal. Whis starts to say, You know very well that since the last Celestial War, you used a treacherous technique and imprisoned several of my brothers, and if I use all my power against you, the seal will not be broken. They were trapped there for all eternity, and one still has a hope to save them. Zeal starts to laugh and says,
That's why you will die here and now. You have no love for your own life, and you think much more about others.
Whis is thrown away, and soon after, he is hung by Zeal. Zeal leaves Whis totally in a wrecked state. Beerus becomes enraged and activates his Hakai form. After Beerus shows his Hakai form, a great power is released. Beerus starts attacking Zeal and says,
For me, that's enough. You will be killed here and now.
Beerus activates his Ultra Ego and starts to land several blows on Zeal. Zeal says,
How did you break that barrier? How did you manage to activate this transformation?
Beerus responds,
You should know that you are fighting the true god of destruction, the true most powerful being.
Ziel starts laughing and Beerus's Hakai technique is negated. Beerus says,
Like this? What happened?
Whis was lying on the floor. Ziel speaks.
For me, it doesn't matter anymore. This will be your end, Beerus.
At that moment, when Ziel would attack Beerus directly, a great light appears on the planet Beerus. This same light appears in Universe 15 and in all the other universes. Goku, training alongside Vados, is impressed by the light they see in Universe 6. From that light, everyone sees the image of the Great Priest. The Great Priest says,
It looks like we have some threats that are looking to make trouble for our universe again. Zeno-sama probably won't interfere now. After all, it's free will if they want to question themselves and fight the other gods. But this battle has already turned into a totally different level. Zyko, do you really want to fight me again? Let's see if we don't have Ziel here and the evil Saiyan, and you, Zyros.
At that moment, when the Great Priest refers to the other beings, we can see the silhouette of the other gods of destruction and the angels that were erased by Zeno-sama. The Great Priest says,
I know you won't want to obey what I say, but I will go with all my fury to stop you. Know that within our universes, there are totally powerful beings, and I will not let you attack them without at least doing a little training. I will ask you for a 15-day truce. This truce will make these other warriors more powerful. After all, you want a battle that is very intriguing, don't you? You will like what you will see.
We can see in all the universes the smiles of every warrior. Zyko in Universe 15 starts to smile and says,
So that's it. 15 days from now, the Heavenly War is declared. I will have several warriors to eliminate. Wait for me, Goku. I hope you get more powerful.
At that moment in Universe 7, the evil Saiyan who proclaims himself as Ziel says,
15 days is the time I need to get more powerful and finish off those damn Son Gohan and Vegeta.
Planet Beerus. Ziel stops his attack on Beerus and says,
It means then that we will have to stop, since it was announced by the Great Priest. Maybe it wouldn't be interesting to get into a fight with this guy right now. Interesting. Well, looks like you got lucky, Beerus. You and Whis could be dead right now. Please know that I will be back soon.
Ziel teleports and leaves the planet Beerus directly to another galaxy. Moments after, Beerus falls to the ground and Whis gets up and uses his healing technique and recovers Beerus's entire body. Beerus recovers and says,
Whis, how did you recover so fast?
Whis starts to laugh and says,
Now, Lord God, I needed to analyze the enemy. After all, you are talking to the angel of Universe 7. Now the question is, where is Lord Goku?
Universe 6. Goku begins his training with Vados. Goku receives a new training outfit from the angel of Universe 6. Goku says,
I feel like I can get more and more powerful, Lady Vados, but I didn't understand what you were talking about. In another timeline, would I have a child with you?
Vados says,
Very well. I think it's about time you met your son Gon, the third son of the Saiyan, Son Goku, with Universe 6 arrangement.
To be continued. Goku meets his third child with Vados, the Saiyan Supreme Angel. Goku's third son, Gon, is born. With Vados, the angelic Saiyan appears. Goku had a child with Vados in another timeline. Vados discovers the whole truth. Planet Champa, Universe 6. Champa watched the training that Goku had been having with Vados after the High Priest had declared that the next celestial war was about to occur. All the Saiyans continued to carry out their training, and all the other universes that had the strongest warriors were getting ready to show their true powers, while the great enemy was about to attack. So far we know Zyko from Universe 16, who was next to the angel Zyros from Universe 15, and also the evil Saiyan Enziel, the one who defeated Beerus and Whis. There are other beings that we don't know yet. A great battle is about to take place, but meanwhile in Universe 6, Goku was carrying out his training. Goku is shocked to learn that in another timeline there was a relationship between Vados and Goku. At that moment, a great explosion starts. Goku says, "I cannot understand. At what point could I have had a relationship or have met the lady in another timeline?" Vados says, "Son Goku, I think I'll tell you everything that happened, because for this celestial war, we'll need Gon's help. Know that your third son's name with me is Gon, the Heavenly Saiyan." Vados begins to explain Gon's birth. Timeline 14. This was the timeline in which Goku was killed by heart disease. After all of the Dragon Balls were destroyed, following the deaths of Piccolo and Kami-sama, Goku had no way of returning to Earth. He just saw all the destruction the androids ended up creating. Right after a lot of catastrophe has happened, we can see that the universe was erased by Zeno-sama. But still, the other world continued to exist. Goku was dead performing his training with the Kaio Lord. Unlike anything we had ever known, the God of Destruction and the Angel of Universe 7 no longer existed due to the great catastrophe that had happened, and as Beerus had been killed in that universe, Whis was left wandering. Goku trained alongside King Kai and had already become the most powerful Saiyan in all of Universe 7 in that timeline, until the moment that events other than those that happened in the current timeline begin to occur. Champa appears on King Kai's planet and blames all mortals for not being able to protect Earth from the threats that happened, and because of that, his brother was dead. Champa blames Goku for the death of the Supreme Kai that caused Beerus's death. Goku says, "I don't know who you are, but you are threatening the very existence of us all. I'm here to protect this planet. After all, as everyone here has died once, if one more death happens, everyone will cease to exist. I will ask you to leave here." Champa watches and speaks.
"I don't care about you. I'm a god of destruction from Universe 6, and I can erase your entire existence now. That will be the end of you."
Goku activates his Super Saiyan transformation and starts fighting Champa. Goku says, "It doesn't matter to me if you're some kind of god of destruction or whoever you are. I won't let you break up with anyone." Vados, the angel of Universe 6, starts looking at Goku and smiles, saying, "This guy has a lot of grit and is very handsome. I see that he really manages to get more and more powerful, and he fears no one. I'm in love with him. This is amazing." Vados looks at Goku and speaks. "You want to get stronger, don't you? You like to be able to raise your powers more and more, right? Since you want so much to become more powerful, know that I can train you. But for that, you'll have to surpass Lord Champa in at least one aspect in battle." Goku notices Vados' kindness and says, "You mean you're as strong as this guy? I really want to train. I want to become more powerful." Champa says,
"Vados, how do you say that? I'm trying to end this guy's existence because he let Beerus die, and you want to train him?"
Vados begins to smile and speaks.
"Well, Mr. Champa, you don't need to care so much about that. He just died before all this happened."
Champa gets angry and says,
"Be quiet, Vados. I'll solve this situation."
Champa goes on top of Goku and starts throwing several blows at Goku. Goku says, "What is it? Even with this guy's muscle mass, he's totally unlike any other being I've faced. This power is extremely higher than everyone else." At that moment, Lord Kai says,
Goku, this guy is a god of destruction. You have no power that can compare with his. Stop this. It doesn't make any sense. Quit this fight soon.
Goku receives several blows from Champa until his body is completely on the ground. Champa says,
I had already warned that all this would end here.
In a few moments, a great Saiyan aura is passed to Goku. It seems that all the powers of the Saiyans ended up being transported to Goku. At that moment, Goku says, I don't know who you think I am, but I've seen all my friends die and I couldn't do anything, not even be brought back to Earth. The Dragon Balls are no more. I'm tired of losing my loved ones. I won't let you break up with anyone. Goku manages to activate the mastery of self-movement without even having trained with any angels. Vados is fascinated and says,
Like this? It looks like a time paradox. This guy managed to use the technique that even the gods of destruction have a hard time performing.
At that moment, Vados begins to smile. Champa says,
This is impossible. How did this guy manage to do that?
When Champa goes to attack Goku, Goku dodges and flings Champa away from Kai's planet. At the moment, Champa gets angry and says he will kill Goku. Champa lunges at Goku. Goku looks serious, but Champa is thrown away by Vados. Vados says,
Enough, Mr. Champa. This fight is over. Now I will deal with Goku.
At that moment, we can see that Goku started to smile and says, Does that mean I'm going to train with you? What is your name? Vados introduces himself to Goku. As time passes in Universe 6, Goku and Vados continue their training, but with a totally different feel. Goku's looks and Vados' looks were totally different. It seems that Goku was very lonely for just carrying out his training and felt a forbidden feeling for the Angel of Universe 6. The Angel of Universe 6 also had this same thought. It was a mistake for a mortal and an angel to relate, but it ended up happening. As time passed, Goku was already considered one of the most powerful beings in all the universes. Even though he had been killed, he had ended up being resurrected by Universe 6's own angel. Angels have the power to resurrect other mortals without even using the Dragon Balls. Goku managed to come back to life, but this time as a celestial being. From the love between Vados and Goku, a fruit emerged. Gon is the third son of Goku, the half Saiyan and the half angel hybrid, the being that possessed the power to end and destroy anyone. At that moment in this timeline number 14, everything was going peacefully until a big explosion and gods of destruction from other universes started to invade the universe. Due to the great power that was raised from Goku, Vados and Gon, everything was changing. Gon was still a child who already possessed the mastery of self-movement. Back to the current moments. Goku is fascinated by everything he hears about his third son. Goku says, Does that mean he was much more powerful? Maybe he was a stronger hybrid even than Gohan himself. But what happened in his timeline? Vados takes out his staff, and on his staff is shown a great vision of the angels of the universes that were erased by Zeno-sama and managed to appear in this other timeline. Probably someone fulfilled that wish, and after doing that, they wanted to steal the body of Gon as a receptacle. It was at that moment that Vados told Goku from the other timeline that he needed to escape. Even though we were powerful, it was practically impossible to fight 6 angels together. Of these angels, one of them was Zyros that you met a little while ago. The others have not yet appeared here in our current timeline, but they are certainly involved in this celestial war. Long after that, I had the dream and could get the message of myself from another timeline, in which Gon would be the key piece to fight this war, so I needed to talk to Son Goku. Gon is here with me. I present to you your third child. Goku is shocked by what he sees. Gon was with the current Vados. Vados says,
Now you will need to enter a training in the time room of Universe 6 for Gon to get older and more powerful so he can awaken his full strength, because the real battle, as the High Priest announced, is about to begin.
Goku smiles and says, "Does that mean this boy has my blood? So now we will get stronger together. Let's start." To be continued. Gon, Goku's third son, is introduced. The new battle is about to begin. So my partner, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you share your thoughts in the comments so that we can get into a crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos. That's all there is to it. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.